What gear do you actually need to produce high quality record signing productions? Cafeteria. The answer is, it's probably a lot less than what you might think. You don't need studio monitors. You don't need acoustically treated rooms. You don't need super high-end sound cards. You don't need a million plugins. You don't need all these gadgets and whatnot. Really, really simple. I've been doing it for 10 years. I'll tell you what myself and professionals out there that are getting billions of streams on Spotify and Apple Music, what they actually use and what they actually really need. You got to remember, a lot of big artists today are producing on the road, meaning they're touring. What have they got? They got their laptop, headphones, maybe a sound card. That's what they're using, and that's all you really need. When I started producing, I was like, to get really good music, I need to build up my studio. So in my bedroom, I actually acoustically treated it, put foam everywhere. I spent a dime on monitors. I got a whole bunch of keyboards and synthesizers. I went to town on the thing, and a lot of it was just clutter. And when I sat down to produce, I found myself actually mostly just doing things in the box. In the box means you're working just within your DAW and the digital plugins inside of there, the software, not the hardware. Firstly, I'd recommend a really, really good pair of headphones. This way, you're gonna get a really incredible reference to your track. Better than any make-do room you're trying to build in your bedroom. To get the best reference with studio monitors, you seriously need a proper room that's fully acoustically treated. The speakers need to be positioned really carefully in the room to get the best reference of your track. Headphones, plug, play, instant. Secondly, you're not annoying anyone. You can be on the plane, you can be in a park, you can be in your bed, you can be on your balcony. That's the best part about it. You produce anywhere. And that's actually a key factor, because when you produce outside of your studio, you have a whole new leverage of inspiration. At least I find anyway. Okay, really good headphones. I use DT 1990 Pro. I've had them for about 2 years now. They are gold. I swear by them. Highly, highly recommend them. Sennheiser makes some really good ones as well. Do your research, but the DTs are probably the holy grail of headphones. I love them. That's the first most important thing. Secondly, your computer. I'd steer clear of desktops. Desktops aren't portable. If you're a producer, you want to be able to work on the go. You want to be able to work anywhere. Definitely go a laptop. Don't skimp. Dish out on the computer. Go the extra specs. Go the higher model. Spend the extra money. I'll tell you why. If you use a cheap computer, one with not a lot of power, one with not a lot of storage, this is what you're going to find yourself doing. Firstly, you're going to have to go and buy hard drives and plug it in and use that, and then daisy chain all this shit. It's going to be a nightmare. Secondly, one of the most important things about producing is doing it quickly. You need to be efficient. You need to have speed, because the more tracks you make, the better of a producer you're going to be. It's just repetition. That's all it is. If your computer's shitting itself all the time because it doesn't have enough RAM, it doesn't have enough processing power, you're crashing, it's glitching, it's being a nightmare, that's just going to stop you from producing. And it's a headache. It really is. I've been there. Dish out on your computer. A lot of people are trying to get like a MacBook Air and juice up the specs, and oh yeah, it's a sick producing computer. Like the way Apple charges, by the time you juice up the MacBook Air to where you need it to be, it's going to be more than the MacBook Pro. Just get the Pro. You're using Pro software. You want to be a professional producer, use a Pro computer. That's what makes sense to me. So I used the 14-inch MacBook Pro with the M1 chip. I think it was the first one released with the silicon. It's just the base model, but it's the Pro. I love it. The only thing I could suggest for it is it needs more storage. I don't have enough storage. I think it's got 0.5 terabyte. Definitely opt the terabyte model or more. Apart from that, it's a beast. Can't complain about it. All the DAWs, Logic, Fruity Loops, Ableton, same shit, different smell. Yeah, you know, I've heard Ableton's got like better workflow. You know, FL is good for beginners. Logic's, they all do the same thing. It doesn't really matter. I use Logic Pro. I like it because my ecosystem is Apple. Guilty as charged, Apple fanboy. The other thing actually is Logic, it's not a subscription payment, which I hate subscriptions. I just like to buy things and own it. Subscriptions galore at the moment. I've got money coming out everywhere. I don't even know where half of it's going. So Logic, what I really liked about it, I don't know if it's changed, but when I bought it, it was just a once-off payment of about $300, and then I owned it. Now that I think about it today, $300 for a professional DAW, that's a bargain. Now, your stock plugins versus your paid for or free third-party plugins. This is, some people are going to go, oh, no, the stock plugins are completely fine. You don't need any third-party plugins. I don't know, I argue a bit of bullshit on that. I'd actually recommend getting Native Instruments Complete fucking 14, whatever it is. I think they release a new one all the time. It's like 13, 14, 15, who knows. Look at the complete package. I spent about $2,000 AUD, $2,000 AUD, but it was worth it. You literally have everything in there. Effect plugins, drums, a whole bunch of synthesizers. You can do anything and everything. Compressors, the list goes on. You get so much shit, and you don't have to download it all at once. You can download the ones that you want to use. The things like 1,000,000 gig, like I said, that comes back to that storage thing. You got to have a lot of storage. So to conclude, to make professional songs, good laptop, really good laptop. Don't skimp on the laptop. Good headphones. Make sure they're comfortable. Make sure they got the full frequency range. Make sure that they're high quality. You're going to be writing your albums on your tracks. You're going to be using them a lot. And thirdly, stock plugins, okay, but I'd recommend just getting Complete Control. Complete Control or Complete 14, whatever it is, and just have a nice array, a nice big bunch of things you can really dive into, experiment, find your unique sound, craft songs, how you want to craft them, because you want that option. The stock plugins, at least in Logic, you are pretty limited. They've got some really good stock ones, and I'll talk about them in other videos. It's nice to have that option there. Those are the 3 things you need, I'd say, that are absolutely essential if you want to start making really high quality and great music. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.